Good morning, afternoon, or evening. Welcome to the DAPA livestream here for Doge Space's Shiba's third launch carrying DogeSat-14 here, live from the Veluwe here with, I believe, about 30 minutes or less to go now. Yeah, basically the pre-launch coverage is what's going to be the official coverage starting soon. So stick around for that. It will be very interesting. Now you will hear some sounds and music play throughout that period. That will be the main coverage, and we'll switch to the main coverage actually once it starts. And I will be in it because, as you can see, you can probably recognize the seat. This is exactly where I will be sitting for the official launch coverage, which you can find on Doge Space Roblox, or stay here, of course, because it will be here as well. Now, 26 minutes and 35 seconds to go. It's a pretty big mess here. We had a lot of stuff happening today. For example, hold on, I'm hearing some disturbance. Well, all right. Hold on a second, just give me... To also note on today's mission, we do still have the ground crew teams out there. Now, we don't have every single person of the ground crew teams out. We only have one on standby now. Actually, here you can see, just fixing the final things. So we are now completely fueled as well. This has been the case for about an hour or so. So yeah, pretty cool. We're still, of course, chilling everything, because things needs to happen before we can go. A lot needs to happen actually before we can go with the launch. So it's going to be a hectic 25 minutes here for the team as they prepare their final stuff. Now to go back here, oh, we cannot show that. There we go. That was the view I was talking about. You had a reveal there. Now the ground crew will move away at about T-minus 18 or so minutes. So they're probably going to begin packing up here and getting ready to leave as soon as they need. Because they don't want to stay there for too long. And of course we do still, as you can see here, parts of the complex. Here we made, newly made actually, this is completely newly made parts of the launch site, including we have some buildings where the ground operations actually commence. And you can see on the screen, I think, a building as well. Here, there's where we store some things in case we do not have room anywhere. This is actually one of the complexes we publicly can show, and there are people there daily, but the question is, can you enter? You can even enter the game yourself now on the launch complex game and be there. Now, of course, do want to be cautious because there are cars there. We're still trying to fix how we're going to block that for the viewers, and we're still in works of making a visitor site, so things are still in work, so that's going to take a little bit of time. From my understanding, the ground crew has moved away from the launch pad. We are not going to reveal too much of the rocket here. Now the launch teams today are still actually in work of trying to still get this going, because at the moment we do have some red flashings. In case that keeps, we'll be holding a T-minus 10 minutes. Now we don't know what to expect because the weather's been pretty bad all week, so we'll see how things are going. And there we can have finally live shots of the rockets as it prepares flight in about, hopefully, 22 minutes time. Now this live feed here is provided by Doge Space Roblox, which I am actually the owner of, so provided by me. So that's the reason why you're seeing the live coverage here. Now, if this were another 8-sat, which we had last time, we would have not been doing live broadcasting on this channel. I don't know. Now, of course, for this live stream, we also expect minimum views of the rocket after ascent. So be aware for that. Okay. Just getting the final updates in. Seems like, from my understanding, teams are evaluating the weather constraints. Still looking into that. Alright, we're going to stop commentary here for a little bit. Next time you'll hear commentaries when the official broadcast will begin. So see you then. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are watching from. I'm your host, Outspace Doge Guy, and welcome to a rather interesting coverage of the Shiba launch carrying DogeSat-14 here live from the Veluwe in the Netherlands. Once again, I'm here today to cover the launch of the Shiba rocket. We are currently 12 minutes and 50 seconds away almost after a little hold to issue final checks. Now it seems that everything's go for now, but we are still keeping an eye out on weather, because if we take a look outside here, it's not the best of conditions here. As you can see, it's pretty stormy like weather today, and it's been raining this morning actually, so we are expecting rain soon, but we hope not. The weather forecast said there was rain coming, but we don't know exactly when. So in the next few minutes, we are going to see if we're going to continue today's launch attempt. We expect yes, because we really want to set this up for its cadence, because the last launch was, I believe, already 3 weeks ago, which is not that long ago, if you consider the first flight was 8 months ago. Now, looking live at Launch Complex 1 here at the Doge Space launch site in the Veluwe, Netherlands, you can see Shiba fully fueled, standing tall on the launch pad. We do, of course, have our launch site 2 also in work. It's pretty much finished, and we're still waiting on the rocket development, which is actually inside the building, but we can't show it yet. But there might or might not be a rollout coming soon, because we're getting close and close. Now, for the people that don't know, our new rocket is called Exula. It's a two-stage or I would say two-stage rockets that can carry payloads suborbital. So it's not an orbital rocket, which does make Shiba our only orbital rocket to date. And Exula is planning to fly about 150 kilometers in altitude per flight, which is the average point, for scientific experiments. Now, we can have a little estimate on when that next flight is. We actually expect it to go no earlier than June, but we are still in works of validating Exula. So that might take a little bit of time. Now please stand by, because we normally do on the, if you're watching on the Doge Space Roblox stream, we normally have a GUI showing the list of launches, but we are still working on getting the new GUI in full working, and sometimes that can have issues. I'll answer that later. Please stand by here as I get some things solved here. Once again, I am doing this coverage alone, so there are still things that I need to learn and work on. Okay, it seems like we do have it now. There it is. Shiba launching DogeSat-14 for the DogeSat constellation. Now, more about DogeSat here. Actually from DAPA, which I also own here. So, two things that I own at the same time, but Doge Space Roblox is apart. Be aware for that. Because if we compare to the last flight we had of DogeSat, which was from a Vega rocket, that's completely DAPA owned. Now, this is completely Doge Space owned, with DAPA just being a partner of it. Now, DogeSat, hold on, then I need to, before I talk about DogeSat, I need to get the list of how many DogeSat we've already launched so far, because I believe people want to know that. Alright, the official DogeSat constellation here. Special event today. because last time out we had DogeSat-14 fly, actually. If you're watching on the Dappa channel, you might have seen that. That was a pretty cool event. Now, while I just get the pit, okay, there we go. Of the DogeSat manifest here, because of the 14 flights, with this being the 14th DogeSat flying, let's actually go through the list of what launches. Now, I've tried to figure out when DogeSat-1 launched, and I believe I found some logs saying it launched on the Orange Rocket System rocket from the ALA. For the people on Dappa, you might know or might not know. This launched back in 2022, so that was already a long time ago. Then DogeSat-2 and DogeSat-3 launched on board a Redstone X rocket, all apart, with DogeSat-2 launching on the 24th of June 2025 and DogeSat-3 on the 4th of October 2025. DogeSat-4 launched on a Minotaur 4 rocket from north of Grumman, on Roblox, of course, on the 6th of October 2025. Now remember, DogeSat-2 and 3 launched in Minecraft, which is pretty interesting because it was custom built. Now DogeSat-5 launched also on a Orange Rocket System rocket on the 21st of October 2025. This marked the 5th DogeSat to enter orbit. Then, DogeSat-6 launched on the Endeavour rocket from Expedition Aerospace as a rideshare mission on the 15th of November 2025, with DogeSat-7 and 8 launching on the Vega rocket, both apart, of course, 30th of December 2025 and the 3rd of January 2026. Then, the big launch for DogeSats. DogeSat 10, 11, 12, and 13 launched on an Endeavour rocket from Expedition Aerospace on the 4th of January 2026, just a day later. And then DogeSat-9, which happened after DogeSat 10, 11, 12, and 13, because DogeSat-9 had a lot of delay. Actually, I believe about 4 months. DogeSat-9 launched on a Vega rocket just about 10 days ago, on the 5th of May 2026, successfully. Now, today's launch is the DogeSat-14, marking the 14th DogeSat to enter service in orbit. This will be launching on the 15th, which is today. Now, this is the first time DogeSat will be launched on a Shiba rocket, and will for sure not be the last time, as we expect a lot of flights from Shiba with DogeSat. We already expect DogeSat-15 also to fly on the Shiba rockets, which is scheduled for maybe May, if things are right, but we do not expect May at all. We expect June, which is also the same month Xula might fly. Wink, wink. Five minutes to go now, less than 5 minutes actually, until the launch of Shiba carrying DogeSat-14. Now, today will also be a great milestone for the Dappa team and Doge Space Roblox, as the 14th DogeSat enters operation. Now, you could compare DogeSat a bit to the Cosmos satellites from Russia. We are planning to launch hundreds or even thousands of satellites, and these are pretty small, so it can work. And eventually we're planning to build a sort of train of the DogeSats, making them just like Starlink, but a bit bigger in terms of length of the train. All being done from the great launch site here in the Netherlands. Now, coming up 4 minutes until the launch here. Everything seems to be going well so far. Now, of course, we can hold in the last few minutes if there are any issues with the weather constraints of the count. So this is very much possible. And just as I say that, we are seeing some weather violations in the next few minutes, but that could go away, but we are not that far into the weather prediction yet. So we'll stand by and see what the count does. If we are indeed going to hold, then that is how it is. And it seems like we are going to hold at T-minus 3 minutes and counting. This was not a planned hold, but it is needed, I guess, to get the final checks ready. And to clear out any dangerous weather in the way, of course. That's also a big item. Now, of course, we're unsure how long the hold will be. If it's going to take a while, we'll put on some music, which I believe is going to take a little bit because of the weather. Now, our launch window is pretty long. It runs until 5 p.m. local time, which is 3 p.m. UTC. So, the question is if this stream is going to take a while or just a few minutes more. Because Doge Space takes their time. Seems like we're going to wait a few minutes here until we get some more details on that. Now, of course, weather is unpredictable in these cases, so we are going to wait and see how that's going to go. So we'll put on some music here now because it seems it's going to take a little bit longer than we expected. So we'll be back once the count resumes. Now, enjoy the music by Test Shot Starfish, which is, I believe, in my opinion, just my favorite, to be honest. Some of the songs are just great. So enjoy the music. We'll be back soon. I personally had to let that finish off. That was amazing music. Anyway, we are planning to resume the countdown here shortly. Well, I'll put the music in the background. Why not? it's really fun music. I'm telling you. Anyway, resuming the countdown shortly in this horrible weather. As you can see, let me just zoom out here and show you how bad it is. But we are going to launch through this weather because we are badasses. We don't care. Yeah, we're going to resume the countdown shortly in this beautiful weather here. Cause why not? At this point, just why not? Oh yeah, I think we're going to a good pit now of the song, so we might go back to the song here in a second, cause it's really good. I don't know if they're still a bit. I've not listened to the. Okay, I think that's it of the song here. But anyway, we are going to get the countdown resumed shortly. Like I said, we might change the countdown a little. 10 seconds until the release of the count. So you're now seeing. And we are T-minus 3 minutes and counting now until the launch of Shiba. And for the DAPA, we're now going to switch to the official coverage. As you can see, the GUI is now on the screen. Oh yeah, sorry, let me change. Uh-oh. That's not really good. We're already 2 minutes off. We might reset the countdown here because it seems like we are still getting some error in our data system. So okay, we're going to reset the countdown till T-minus 4 minutes because it seems like we're still getting those radar issues that we do not like to see. So please stand by here. We continue to see some issues here. Worse weather is coming, so we have to do this quick. We have to launch quick, otherwise we cannot launch. Well, we can launch, but we have to wait another hour. I don't think the fans would like that. Yes, we are taking you guys in consideration. Yeah, it's absolute horrible weather here. Please stand by here as we continue to assess Mission Control is also trying their best, trust me. It seems like, okay, going to resume the count. T-minus 4 minutes and counting. There it is. We're continuing our attempt to launch Shiba with DogeSat-14 here from the Veluwe in the Netherlands, even with this horrible weather, as you can see behind, in the sky, actually. It's really not the best of weather here, but we are continuing to attempt today's fly, of course. It's going to be hard, but we're going to try our best. Now, because we need to assess the launch time correctly, we might add a time, local time thing. Please bear with me. Okay, we're gonna have to deal with what we have here. We are literally a minute away into the launch, and we got some new details here. But it seems like we are continuing to get ready for the launch here. And T-minus 1 minute and counting. This is absolute horrible stuff here, as we're barely a minute away until launch. $40. Oh no. Once again, like I said, this is horrible, because I have to do multiple things at once now. 20 seconds. Okay, here we go, guys. So we're probably not going to have any sound, so apologies for that, but enjoy. Okay, T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we actually have ignition and liftoff of DogeSat-14 with the Shiba rockets. It actually lifted off. This is horrible timing. We're such horrible conditions here. Well, we've managed to take off from the launch site now. Okay. Oh, look at that. This is horrendous. There's a cow! There's a cow! No shot, we actually have a cow in the launch. Well, T plus 45 seconds, and we apologize for no sound here. You might hear some cows mooing. Oh, this is amazing. this is bad, man. Oh my. Okay, well, it seems we have taken off successfully from the launch side. We've passed max Q here. Oh my god. This is the most unprofessional launch I've ever seen in my life, but we'll take it as a flight 3. We'll take it as a flight 3. A minute 35 into the flight now. Passing through clouds. Separation. And there's the stage separation confirmed. Now, we're not going to have any more views than this, so we apologize for that. But we have confirmed stage separation. And there's the fairing separation, actually. That's now revealing the DogeSat-14 into space. You can probably hear some cows moving in the background still, even after so long. Oh, there it goes. There goes the fairing. Oh my god. How long can we track this? I'm wondering. You continue to hear some cows moving in the background, yeah. Well, there's still a launch complex village we have with those cows there. Let me actually go to them. Okay, I don't think they're having much fun right now. It's like a alarm is going off. Okay, we're still tracking the rocket somehow. And that's stage 2, folks. That's stage 2 at 2 + 3 minutes. Now, we're not going to hear any... Oh my goodness. How horrible is this, man? We apologize for the quality of the launch coverage here today, but when the weather's horrendous, this kind of stuff happens. Okay, we lost track of stage 2 here. Look at the clouds. That's insane, man. We launched through that. And there we see the stage 1. Well, I don't think the cows are happy that the rocket launched. Now, we did not have any audio of the launch itself, which is surprising. So we had some glitch there, but nothing to worry about. It did launch. That's good news. We saw the successful flight. Back to the launch pad. Well, that will conclude the launch coverage here for the Doge Space Roblox stream and the DAPA as well. We would like to thank you guys for watching today's stream. It was pretty crazy to say the least. But we are going to conclude it here. What a day it was. What a day it was. Well, we hope you liked today's coverage. We'll try to do our best to recover from this weather, and we'll hope to see you next launch when Shiba returns.